Khloe Kardashian explains the reasons behind her anxiety when she's around Tristan Thompson. Hi, before we continue, please subscribe to the channel for all Kardashians news and update. Khloe Kardashian recently opened up about a moment that made her feel very anxious, attending a basketball game played by her ex-partner Tristan Thompson. The experience brought back a lot of complicated emotions for her, especially because of how much public attention she knew it would receive. On the latest episode of The Kardashians, Khloe shared her honest thoughts about that day and explained why it was so emotionally difficult, even though she was just there for her children. The event took place in Cleveland, Ohio, where Tristan was playing. Khloe took her two children, 6-year-old True and 2-year-old Tatum, to see their dad play professional basketball for the very first time. On the surface, it may have seemed like a simple family outing. But for Khloe, the situation carried a lot more weight. In a conversation with Scott Disick, Khloe admitted that she felt extremely nervous before going to the game. She wasn't scared about seeing Tristan or being in a stadium full of people. Instead, she was worried about how the public would react to her being there. She knew there would be cameras, and she expected people to judge her actions. That made her very uncomfortable. Khloe said she felt anxious because she knew people would make assumptions about her and Tristan. She imagined the comments that might come her way, people saying she was trying to get back with him or that she was still holding on to their relationship. She found those thoughts stressful because they didn't reflect the truth. She said she was tired of hearing those kinds of opinions. But at the same time, she made it clear that she wasn't going to let those outside voices stop her from doing what she felt was right for her children. Khloe reminded herself that she was going to support her kids, not Tristan, and that helped her push through the anxiety. She told herself that this moment was about her children and her cousin, Cece, not about the past. And in the end, she said she was glad she went, because it turned out to be a great experience for everyone. Khloe happily shared that True had an amazing time at the game. It was her first time ever attending one, and she was excited to see her dad on the court. According to Khloe, True was proud, full of joy, and loved the entire atmosphere. Scott pointed out that it must have been nice for Tristan to have both of his children there, and Khloe agreed. She said she also brought Cece, who had always wanted to go to a playoff game. For Khloe, the best part was seeing her daughter so happy. She said that True is now old enough to understand what's going on, and she was thrilled to watch her dad play in front of thousands of fans. Khloe added that both True and Tatum had big smiles on their faces and were full of excitement throughout the event. This game took place in May 2024, when the Cleveland Cavaliers were up against the Boston Celtics in Game 4 of the Eastern Conference semifinals. Khloe and her kids entered the stadium through a private VIP area, staying away from the large crowds. In footage shared online, Khloe was seen greeting Tristan warmly with a hug as their children sat courtside with him. It was a sweet moment that showed the family coming together for the sake of the kids. Even though Khloe went to the game and shared that moment with Tristan, she made it very clear later that she is not in a romantic relationship with him. In fact, she stated during her podcast Khloe in Wonderland that she is single and not interested in dating at the moment. She said she has no plans to look for a relationship anytime soon because she is fully focused on her children. Khloe explained that her life is centered around True and Tatum. She feels complete and happy as a mother, and she wants to give her full attention to her family. If love happens in the future, that's fine with her. But right now, she is not searching for anyone, and she feels fulfilled just the way she is. When asked what she would want in a future partner, Khloe said the most important thing would be someone who fits into her family and can be around her kids. That would be the top priority if she ever does decide to date again. For now, though, she wants to live in the moment and enjoy where she is in life. She feels peaceful, focused, and doesn't want any distractions. Khloe and Tristan's relationship has had many ups and downs over the years. Their daughter, True, was born on April 12, 2018, but their joy was clouded by serious issues. Just days before Khloe gave birth, a video came out showing Tristan being affectionate with another woman at a nightclub in New York City. The timing couldn't have been worse, and it caused a lot of pain for Khloe. At that time, people close to her said she was deeply hurt and felt that Tristan didn't truly understand how serious the situation was. They said Khloe believed his actions affected not just her and him, but their entire family. It was more than just a personal issue, it became a public matter that brought a lot of stress and heartbreak. Despite the scandal, Khloe chose to give Tristan another chance. However, things got worse again in early 2019 when it was reported that he had kissed Jordyn Woods, who was a close family friend and Kylie Jenner's best friend at the time. That incident added even more tension and made the situation even more difficult for Khloe. Jordyn later admitted to what happened during an interview on Red Table Talk, confirming that it had taken place. Even after that, Khloe tried to move forward and rebuild trust. But in 2021, another surprise came when it was revealed that Tristan had fathered a child with another woman named Marilee. The baby, named Theo, was born in December 2021, and this news completely shocked Khloe. She found out while she and Tristan were expecting their second child together through surrogacy. Tristan eventually took responsibility for what happened. He admitted through a public statement that he was Theo's father and said he accepted the consequences of his actions. That moment marked the end of his romantic relationship with Khloe for good. It was a final break, and even though they now co-parent, their connection has changed forever. Despite all the hurt she experienced, Khloe has always stayed focused on doing what's best for her children. Her decision to go to Tristan's game wasn't about trying to fix anything between them. It was about making memories for True and Tatum. She wanted them to feel proud, to see their father doing something he loves, and to know that both their parents support them. Khloe's story is a strong example of how complicated life can be, especially when it plays out in the public eye. She has dealt with betrayal, heartbreak, and judgment from strangers. But she continues to put her children first and live life on her own terms. Even when people misunderstand her or criticize her decisions, she stays committed to being the best mom she can be. Khloe's honesty about her anxiety, her choice to show up for her kids, and her clear boundaries about not dating show how much she has grown. She is not afraid to share the real emotions behind the glamorous life people see on TV or social media. Her journey hasn't been easy, but it has made her stronger, more aware, and more protective of her peace. Even after everything, Khloe speaks calmly and respectfully about co-parenting with Tristan. She gives him credit for being involved in their kids' lives and has found a way to work with him for their children's sake. It's a delicate balance, but it shows maturity and strength. She wants her kids to grow up with love and security, and that goal guides all her actions. Through all the ups and downs, one thing is clear: Khloe Kardashian has chosen to rise above the noise. Thanks for watching. Please do well to share your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe for more Kardashian updates.